If you are looking for something fresh for your bicep routine, check out this drag curl exercise. What makes this drag curl exercise unique? I will show you. Basically, with most all bicep curl exercises, it's some kind of elbow flexion and extension because that is what the bicep does. It extends and flexes that elbow joint. Most curls, we have our elbows pinned to our side and we're doing some form of curling out in front of us, getting that elbow flexion and extension, and our humerus is fixed to the side. With the drag curl, it's a little bit different. So before, the weight path kind of goes out and around in this arc shape. Now the weight is going to go straight up and down, and it's going to drag along our body, and then our shoulders are going to pivot, and then that elbow flexion is going to come by driving our elbows back. So the weight is dragging on our body, and then we're squeezing that bicep all the way up. And it's just a different way to drive that elbow flexion, and we're also driving our elbows behind our spine and plane of the body, which is gonna target the long head of the biceps. And let's get into how to set these up with bands. All right, so the simplest way to set these up is using a single 41-inch resistance band, and all you gotta do is basically step right on this band, kind of shoulder width apart, and then we're gonna grab kind of also shoulder width apart with our hands, and then we're going to execute the drag curl. So get your hands in kind of a comfortable position, and then what we're gonna do, like I said before, is we are going to basically drag the band up our midsection, or if you had a bar or dumbbells, it's the same concept. Basically that weight drags up our midsection, we're keeping our spine nice and vertical, and then we're driving our elbows back to get that contraction of the bicep, big squeeze at the top, and then let it down nice and slow. These are all about control for the rep, and you're gonna notice a lot of contraction and force at the top. And also, I kinda like to relax my hands and wrists here because it helps to be able to drive the elbows back and get that full contraction. When I have my wrists locked and tight, I can't get as much contraction on the bicep. So I like to keep the wrists relaxed and focus on squeezing and feeling all the tension right in those biceps and controlling the rep. Another way that I really like to set these up is using the Clench Fitness foot plate and a single 41-inch band. So what I do is I loop the band through the handles here and then let the ends come up. And then I'll grab myself a bar, steel rod, something sturdy here. And then I just slide the bar right into the band loops here. And then make sure I get everything kind of nice and even. I kind of bring the ends of the band in just a little bit so that I get my hands out. And now this feels a lot more like a barbell curl because we have a bar here, and then it helps to be able to drag that bar up, and also the band is away from my body and it feels a lot more stable with the foot plate. So it's the same concept as before. We're just dragging that bar up as high as we can get it, driving those elbows back, squeezing those biceps, and then letting it down. Keeping our core pulled in tight, spine nice and neutral. We're not using any momentum here. It's just all about getting that elbow drive back and squeezing it, and then letting it down nice and slow. Honestly, this is like 3 or 4 reps and I'm already feeling pretty good and pumped up. So there you go. That's how you can use a bar and the foot plate to get a more comfortable version of this exercise. Okay, so there is a couple of versions of the drag curl that you can do at home with resistance bands. Typically, I like to throw these into my workout. I'll usually do around anywhere from 2 to 4 sets, depending on where I put this in my workout. And then rep range, I'm trying to target in that 8 to 12 rep range. And like I said, keep the reps slow and controlled with a big squeeze at the top and then a couple seconds on that eccentric, just so that you can get tons of tension and you'll really notice a difference. And then as always, you wanna try to use as much resistance as possible because we know that resistance creates hypertrophy, but keep the reps with good quality. If you liked what you saw today, check out this video link to my top 7 resistance band bicep exercises. Drag curls are one of them. And then also, if you need more arm exercises, I'll link a playlist for that as well. And furthermore, if you need any of the equipment accessories shown today, head over to clenchfitness.com and we'll hook you up. And thank you for watching.